Well, as you can see, the Russian Bear tent is standing very strong with a decent load of snow on it. It's been standing now for about 5 weeks, and it is doing a really good job standing up to the conditions, and they are pretty extreme, windy and cold, and as you can see, snowy. Now, you can see the tie down points here. There's some on the walls. There we go. And they do a really good job holding this tent out nice and tight. And then you have some here, and these are against the frame, which is on the inside of the tent, and it's between 2 layers of fabric. This is a double wall tent, and you can see there's tie down points up here too. I mean, there's almost too many, but you can't have too many, I guess. So it really does allow for you to make sure this tent is super, super secure. So this bear tent comes with different door options that you can use while you're camping. So this one comes with a folding door, as you can see, and that is Velcroed closed. If I can get it to, there we go. That's Velcroed into the tent, and I just touch it and it wants to close. It's not always like that. There we go, it's open. And so you've got an outer layer. That attaches to the outside of the, this is a continuation of the outside of the tent. You have a screen door that comes with it. This will keep the flies out, obviously, in the summertime. This is, by the way, an all-season tent. So there you go. You've got your screen door. And this right here, that has a tie out as well, is the inner layer of the tent. This is a continuation of the inner layer of the tent. You've got 2 layers of tent with this Russian Bear tent, and that gives you insulation. A double wall tent in the wintertime is always better. And even in the summertime, it provides an insulation that would keep you cool. You keep a layer of air in between the 2 layers, and that acts as insulation. So this is the 4th door. Now you don't have to put on the swinging door. I added it because I like it, and it's convenient, and so I can have everything tucked away here on the inside, and then I just have this, and I can keep the tent warm inside with just this door. Now, one thing people talked about with this tent when they watch my videos with this tent is they say they're not so sure about the camouflage. And I actually really like it. I cannot see this tent coming in. I love that. This tent is super hidden. And I understand it might not be everyone's color choice, but for me it's actually perfect. If this was a yellow or an orange tent, and for me keeping it up for a long period of time, I think it would invite people. Now on the inside of this tent, you can see in the daytime, it's pretty bright. And this tent is a UP-5 tent from the Russian Bear Market. And it's big enough for 2 people to enjoy comfortably with cots. Here's my cot here. And yeah, lots of room. And down here, you can see you could easily put another cot right there in the corner. This tent is not nylon. It is not nylon. It is a very breathable material, also waterproof. And there's ice that has layered up, and there's snow right here on the outside. And that is keeping everything nice and insulated around the bottom. At the same time, it's applying some weight to the bottom corner, but I'm not so worried about that. So you can see that there's a layer of ice around the bottom of this tent. And even when this tent is really warm and you have the stove going, that layer of ice will be there. And I don't see that as an issue at all because the tent gets so warm. But it just goes to show that heat rises. So when it's minus 35, minus 40 outside, you've got the cold air down low, as you can imagine, and then the warm air is up high. When it comes to setting up this tent, you know, it's the first time might not be the easiest time. I'll be straightforward with that. It took me a bit of thinking and a lot of strength to get it to open the first time. This tent opens like an umbrella and closes like an umbrella. And I've spoken with people who own these tents, and even in the comment section from my Russian bear tent videos, and people have said the first couple of times it's not going to be the easiest, and it might even require a couple of people to do it. But after that, it really loosens up and it gets easier and easier and easier. So, something you need to be aware of. Here is the umbrella pole. That's what I like to call it. And so when you get the tent, you've got the umbrella pole. I'm not going to take this apart now, but you've got the umbrella pole that's in like this. And it's, imagine, this is how the umbrella pole looks, right? You've only got that much. And so you grab it and you just, you pull it out like you would pull out an umbrella, and you have to make that noise. And then you pop it open like an umbrella, tent opens up. When you're going to take it down, you take out this little rod here. This rod, by the way, that I'm pointing to, just keeps this tent in place. So you take this out, you put the umbrella pole back in, and then what you do is you push the umbrella pole up, and then the tent closes on itself like an umbrella. It collapses like an umbrella. So, you know, in theory it works like an umbrella and it opens up and closes quickly like an umbrella. But like I said, you need to have a bit of strength the first few times. And luckily enough, I had a 2x4, and I put the 2x4 right here. I wedged it in. I grabbed this umbrella pole like this, and I pulled it down until I was able to get it like this length, and my tent was open. And so that was the only difficulty I had with this tent. Other than that, the thing sets up in minutes. When I got this tent, I got this stove, which is the Caminus L stove, L for large, and it's big enough for this tent. I love this stove. It's airtight, and I can get an amazing, beautiful burn when I'm here camping, and it can really slow down the burn but give off a tremendous amount of heat. And this glass wall here, the output of heat is ridiculous, but I love it so much. It's just really comfortable. This tent comes with 2 doors, just like the front door, which I've established that as my front door. This is my back door. This has 3 layers plus the swinging door if I want to put it here. When it comes to options for storing your wood within a tent, there's not much inside the Russian bear tent. I just use the corner, and that's pretty much what anybody would do. I could probably put some underneath the stove here, some splits, and that's just how it goes. This tent comes with a floor that is of the same material as the walls, and you can zipper it on or off. You can take it off if you want an open floor. You can take it off and you can ice fish with this thing. Below this, I have an insulated floor that came from the Russian bear market. That is an option. Current temperature is like minus 23 Celsius, like minus 10 Fahrenheit. Not too bad at all. I'm going to give you guys a real-time situation here. I'm going to check my phone. We're going to see how long it takes to get the top of this tent up to 20 degrees Celsius. Right now, it is 12:07. This stove is low. Advantages and disadvantages. The advantage, your heat starts here in your tent, right? If you had a high stove, and this was the bottom of your stove, the heat's just going to go up from that point. But right now, you've got heat right here that's radiating out and up as heat rises. So yes, the legs are short, and there is that advantage to having more of your tent warm. The disadvantage is that you gotta bend down pretty good. But that's okay, because once you get it started, you're thankful. It's just a cool stove. It really is. You can see it's crimped here. I'm sticking to it with my warm fingers. And that should create a tighter draft right there and really get it going. In my experience, and I've done a lot of research on canvas tents over the years, what's good and what's not. They don't come with heat shields like this. You can buy heat shields that go underneath of your tent, underneath of your stove, sorry, that you could use around, for sure. You can do that. This one comes with a removable heat shield. Already built in, there is that advantage. So there are a lot of advantages that come to having a tent that has pretty much everything you need ready to go out of the gates. As soon as you have it, pop it up and you're ready. But like I said, this comes ready to go. A canvas tent normally comes with canvas, and then you have to work from there. But if you're looking to set up real fast and you want to be able to have everything ready to go, like in this tent, you know, a canvas tent is going to take some more time. So as you guys can see, we are above 20 degrees, nearing 80 degrees, and it's been less than 20 minutes. So you can, without a doubt, within 20 minutes of having a fire started, be extremely hot. Like, it is really hot in this tent already in just 20 minutes. Now, I do like having the tent cool. Like, yes, everyone wants a warm tent, and when it's minus 100 outside, you want it to be as warm as possible. But I can tell you within 20 minutes already, I'm layering down, and I can feel that I would be uncomfortable in a matter of minutes now. Too hot. So I'm just gonna open everything up, and look at that light. And I'm just gonna let fresh air come in. It's safe. You know, it's a safety feature to have fresh air to be able to come in like this, especially when it gets to 30 degrees and like that in no time. Oh, so yeah, pretty cool. But I love being able to just pop that open from on the inside like this and to allow for cool air to circulate, because I definitely need it right now. Beautiful, beautiful day.